Alright guys, so this is going to be your first lesson in Google Classroom with me, and I'm also going to show you what you're going to be doing in Adobe Illustrator in order to make your fidget spinners. So once you sign into my class, and I'll give you the code, you'll sign in, you're going to see a lesson that looks something like this. It's going to say Spinner Template 2017 Hodson AI. You're going to double click that. You're going to left click on your little mouse. There's a right button and a left button. You're going to hit the left button twice, double click, and you will see something that looks like this. On the top, you have a spinner that has four bearings. On the bottom, if you want to make one with bolts, then you're going to choose this one. But I need to get this onto my computer. So what I'm going to do is come up here to these three little dots on the right hand corner, and it says more actions, and I left click on that once. I'm going to click on open in new windows. When I click on open in new windows, now it's on my computer. I lied. Now it's on a new page. Now I need to download it. So once again, I'm going to come over here to this little arrow with a dash underneath it. It says download. I'm going to left click on the download, and then you'll notice down here in the left hand corner you'll see it downloading. It's a little bit different on mine because I have a Mac. But you can see down here in the left hand corner there is a file, and it says Spinner Template 2007 Hodson. So when I click on that, I'm going to double click left on the left button, maybe, and it should come up in Adobe Illustrator. There we go. So now Adobe Illustrator is coming up, and it may take a while depending on how many kids are on the computer this day. So be patient. Alright, so now it's opened into Adobe Illustrator, and it's huge. It's way too big. So I'm going to click on Command minus. And when I click on Command minus, my screen is going to get significantly smaller. So now I can work with these two. I'm going to choose the bolts because I want to make extra spinners. Mr. Hodson's going to give me four bearings, and so I know if I choose this one, I'm going to get to make four of them. If I choose to make the one on the top, which is totally fine, I'm only going to get to make one spinner because it's going to take all four of my bearings. But I don't care which one you choose. So I'm going to choose the one on the bottom. So I'm going to left click and block both of those items until they highlight, and then I'm going to click delete. So now I just have two, and if I want to make them bigger, I can click Command plus. That makes my screen a little bit bigger, and I can see what I'm doing. So one of my assignments for this project is to create a picture in somewhere inside of here that I can engrave. So I'm going to open a new window, and I want to put a husky on mine since we're the Central Huskies. So I'm going to type in husky clip art. And when you choose your clip art, guys, you are going to want to find something that is black and white and simple. If you find something with a lot of shading, it's not going to come out very good. So I like this one. So there's a couple options now. If we can drag and drop, we will drag and drop. And if the picture comes up, then that's perfect. If a whole bunch of lines pop up, you're going to have to click delete. Now, I have my picture in my document. I'm going to come up here to Object, then down to Image Trace, Make and Expand, and it's going to change this just a little bit. If my document or if my picture is still good, then I can manipulate this however I want. Now it's still got, when I click on it, it's got this blue border around it, and I don't want that because if I put it inside my document, look what happens to everything around it. So I want to get rid of that blue box, and to do that I'm going to click on my gray arrow, come over here to my document, and if it will let me, then I click on it and click delete. It looks like everything is good. And now, if I do my black arrow, I only have the dog itself. You can tell it's not blocking out everything else. So you can see that I'm clicking on the edges to make it smaller. You can grab these corners and you can turn it however you want. So that's nice. Just clicking on the corners, you can change it. And the other cool thing you can do is you can click on your document or your box, click Control C, which will copy, then click Control V, and I can create another dog or husky over here. That would be cool. Except on this one, I want it to face out. So I'm going to come up here to Object, and where it says Transform, I want it to reflect. No, let's reflect it. And I want to reflect it 180 degrees. And so now my husky will be facing out. So you guys can play with those settings as much as you want and figure out how to manipulate your pictures. Let's do it another way. Let's grab another picture, because not all of these are going to be so easy. So on this one, we are going to right click. It didn't work last time, so now we're going to right click on it. And when I right click, I get this option here. And so now I'm going to go to Copy Image. I'm going to left click on Copy Image, go back into my document, click Anywhere, and then push the two command buttons, Command V. And then I have my object. Once again, I'm going to go up to Object, down to Image Trace, click on Make and Expand, and you can see that it's changed a little bit, but it'll still be pretty cool. I'm going to go to my gray arrows so I can clean up my outside. And I'm going to resize this so it will fit on my spinner. And now we're happy. So, in a nutshell, that is how to put pictures into your spinner.